IDBM Challenge, Season 1, Episode 12. They say it takes one idiot to start a movement. But for what purposes? Why do we need to make movements anyway? In today's episode, we talk with Yoshi about Slush and why does Japan need it. Enjoy! So, why don't we start by, could you kind of describe a bit like who you are and where do you come from and what do you do nowadays?
So my name is Yoshiyuki. So my story began from 2014. I was in Finland, Turku, in Finland for a half year as an exchange from Japan, and at the same time I was working for a startup community event called Slush. Then at the venue of the event, I happened to meet the guy called Antti. Now he was a country manager of a Robbie or Angry Bird company. Then he was thinking that he was trying to bring that Slush kind of culture to Japan. So he invited me to the community in Tokyo. Then we started Slush Asia in 2015. That was first place event. Then we ran the community event for 2 years, and at the same in the first place we gathered 3,000 people. Then now we had 5,000 people event. Then after that, after we ran the event for 2 years, I joined a Japanese company called Recruit, and I'm doing new business development within the company. Yes, that is kind of my story.
I mean, you've been doing quite many awesome things already, and how did you actually why Turku? I have to ask.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So the reason why I chose to study business in Finland is that in 2012 or something, I was working for a startup in education field in Japan. That is called Sensei Note. So Sensei Note is a startup that is helping the teachers to collaborate and the teachers to share the material, so teachers to discuss their teaching method through the internet. So that is why I'm interested in education. Then obviously Finland is really famous in education. So I was thinking that it's really good to see how they works. Then I chose to study business in Finland. Then my college has a kind of partnership with the Turku School of Economics. So why I chose to study business in Turku.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a beautiful city, right?
Yes. Also, it's good to visit many countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Sweden, Estonia, wherever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool city.
Wait, Sensei Note, is it still running?
Yes.
It sounds familiar.
Really?
So when you think about Slush has been in Japan now for what, 15, 16, 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why do you think? I mean, it's been quite successful, as you mentioned, from 3,000 people to 5,000 and growing. Why do you think? What kind of issues was Slush trying to solve?
So especially in Japan, there is a kind of hierarchy pyramid. So that still I'm working for a bigger company, so I have some feeling, right? So what I'm feeling is that people see the level of person by the age, not the things that what they are doing. So we try to break that culture. I mean, so for example, Slush, this event is organized by student volunteers. Then, for example, we invited First Lady in Japan, First Lady of Japan, and also we invited CXO level of SoftBank. We invited CTO of Alibaba. So what we were trying is that we are trying to show the attitude that hey, young people can do anything. So we are really like focusing on making things happen by the student volunteers. So that is why we are trying to break that culture, like this kind of age hierarchy.
Yeah. No, that's a really huge thing to tackle.
Yeah. Also, another point is that so Slush, this event is the event language, official event language is English. Then there are many Japanese startups, but almost, I guess, more than half of the website of that Japanese startup is in Japanese. There is only few startups that are trying to enter the like Asian market, UK market, or European market, or whatever.
Yeah.
So by organizing event in English, we are trying to bring Japanese startup to abroad, and also we are trying to invite investors from abroad to Japan.
Yeah.
So that is also another point. So break the age hierarchy and break the encourage Japanese startup to do business in abroad. Yes.
Yeah. Now, can you tell a bit about you mentioned that you've had really high profile people as speakers, and I think it's really awesome.
Yeah.
How does it feel when you approach these kind of people?
I mean, there is no reason to scare away. I mean, let's just ask them. It's really easy stuff. Yeah. For example, when I was with Peter Westerbacker, another Robio person, and he's really casual person, and so for example, 2 years ago, I mean, we were drinking some beers with Peter, and hey, Peter asked me, hey, who do you want to bring to the event this year? Then I was talking for example, CEO of Rakuten, CEO of Alibaba, Okay, can I call him? He I don't know why, but he started calling them. Then actually he got appointment with Rakuten person.
Yeah.
So yeah, through this experience, I started feeling okay, impossible is nothing. Just do it. Just ask them.
Yeah.
So it's really easy stuff. I mean, just take action.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're making a good point here. I mean, we are all basically just people.
Yes, we are just basically people. Yes,
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
No, I mean it's a huge thing. Slush is, as you mentioned, it's student-driven, young people-driven. Can you elaborate a bit? What kind of things have you learned in Slush?
Yes. For example, a year ago, I was doing sales. We call it partnerships, by the way. So I had a bunch of meetings with bigger company in Japan and some Asian countries, and some Finnish company. So in the first time, I was feeling oh my god, I need to have a meeting with CXO level of Japanese bigger company to get the partnerships. So in the first time, I was feeling oh my god, I need to do my best. But Antti, the CEO of Slush, he really encouraged a lot. I mean, please be a casual. I mean, we are doing cool stuff. Just say it. So please be yourself, and just telling them okay, we are doing this and this and this. And the important point is that why we are doing this. So if you explain why we are doing this, I guess you can get partnerships.
Yeah.
Then we made it happen. So what I learned through Slush this project is that just impossible is nothing. Just tell them why we are doing this and why you should work with me, work with us. Then only so in the beginning of this project, I was thinking many things, like I need to do this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
But actually, point is that really like simple. Let's ask them casually and tell them why we are doing this. Actually, point is only 2 points. So yeah, that is something I learned from Slush this project.
What about, I mean, because it's quite a strong community.
Yeah.
Are you still in touch with the like Slush people?
Yes, I'm still kind of mentor
Yeah.
of the current team members. Yes, good point is that they are like, they can casually ask me like, hey, I have a meeting with this and this and this company. Do you have any tips on it? So of course I can give some advice. So yeah, we are building community, not for the 1 day event, not 2 days event. Yeah, for example, one of the core member of Slush Asia project 2 years ago, now he joined another startup company that attended Slush. So yeah, we are building kind of ecosystem through the event.
No, it's quite amazing. Like, you know, there's like every year brings in like, you know, new people and kind of, you know, expanding.
Yeah. Yeah, now we have event in Shanghai, event in Singapore. So yeah, we are getting bigger globally.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so amazing, and you know, and to think about like, you know, when was first Slush organized? 2008? Like really?
In Finland?
Yeah.
I guess 2008 or 9. Yeah.
Like really like a small event, and nowadays it's like global movement.
Yeah, in the first place they invited only like local people.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Helsinki, but now original Slush was like, now they have 15,000 people or something.
So many.
From over 100 countries. It's like kind of Olympic for startup, I guess.
How do you actually, like, coming back to Japan again?
Yeah.
Slush has been here for 2 years.
Yes.
Have you noticed any changes in Japan?
Well, I guess there is a kind of trend that young people are starting their startup. Yeah, there are many early stage investors. There are many angel investors started investing to young people, young startups. That is a good point. I mean, we are working with over 500 student volunteers, and few people from our volunteers started their startups, then got investment from angel investors and seed level investors. So that this is kind of good point. I'm really happy to see that young people are starting their startup. Yeah.
No, I mean, I can imagine that, you know, especially, you know, when you're about to kind of, you know, if you are thinking like, okay, should I continue studies, or should I go to university, or should I go to find a job and all that, and, you know, then deciding that you want to become an entrepreneur, it's really amazing.
Yeah, one of the purpose of our event is that we want people to think that, hey, becoming an entrepreneur is really cool. So that is, so this is why I'm really happy to see that few people from our volunteers are starting their startup.
So amazing. Now, the event itself is like 2 days.
Yes.
And it looks like it's like super professionally made. It's everything works. I mean, this is, maybe this is a bit like kind of biased or like.
No.
But,
thanks.
But how do you actually make it happen? Like, how do you coordinate such a huge thing?
So I mean, there's a there's a thing that made it happen by student, but also there's another thing that made it happen by the professional people, like building a stage, building a bunch of lasers. So we are inviting some professional people. Then, so good point is that this event is mainly organized by students, but also we are working with some professional peoples, so we could learn from professionalism from the professional people.
Yeah.
Yes, it's same to Slush Helsinki.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But it's nonetheless it's a huge thing to make everything happen and
Yeah.
coordinate everything and
Yeah. So through this project, we could learn how to manage a project, how to do a sales, how to do a marketing, how to sell a ticket, so whatever. So there is a many essential point that we could learn from this project.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's like, I mean, looking at this from the university perspective, I feel that this is something that we should be doing. When you study like project management, for example, what do? You read books. But instead, like if you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm thinking that learning something from books is really important. But also, I mean, doing something is more important than reading a book, I guess. This is my personal opinion, by the way. So if you do something, you could find out, okay, I guess I'm good at this and this and this, but also I need to improve this and this and this.
Yeah.
So I need to read a book.
Yeah.
To improve my skills. So I mean, do something, then get a feedback, then read a book or ask the professor or whatever need to improve that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my opinion.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
How do you see I mean, you now work in one of the partners.
Yeah.
Slush.
Yes. Yes.
But how what's your opinion or understanding how employees or employers consider Slush? Is it
Yeah. So the reason why my company is called Recruit. Now, the reason why Recruit is working with Slush Asia, Slush Tokyo project is that, so we are really happy to see how young people make this event happen. So Recruit is founded by the student 50 years ago or something. So we originally comes from a student idea, then now we are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So originally our business model came from a student idea. So this is we are encouraging young people to make this event happen. So we are working for Recruit, but we are looking for another bigger Recruit company from the student volunteers from Slush.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is when you think about you mentioned earlier about when you have meetings with these potential partners that you explain why you are doing this. How would you like to see where would you like to see Slush Tokyo in, let's say, next 5 years?
So yeah, I mean, actually, we organize the event for 3 times, and every time the winner of pitching contest is actually Taiwanese startup, Korean startup, and some Asian startups.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that I'm really looking forward to see the Japanese startup is becoming a winner of the pitching contest within 5 years. But also, I mean, we don't need to actually focusing on the size of the event. What we are thinking is that not only for the size of the event, but also, I mean, how to get to know another person, how to talk to, I mean, total number of meetings with investors and startups. So besides the size of the event, we are happy to see the network and some ecosystem effect through the this event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also happy to see the startups founded by past student volunteers
Yeah.
from our community. So now I'm working for a bigger company, but yeah, I'm now trying to build my startup with one of the few people from student volunteers actually.
Okay.
So yeah.
I guess it's like, because when you live in such when you breathe and live in this kind of environment, then it becomes kind of supernatural for you to start.
Yes.
What kind of trends like Finland, for example, is quite focused on like tech startups, like
yes.
different. What about Japan? What kind of startups?
Mainly techs, I guess.
Yeah.
But nowadays we have some, for example, AI-related startups. I mean, we have some famous university within the tech industries, so that we have some the trend of AI is becoming popular in Japan.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of same to China startup market.
Mm-hmm.
So they are sharing economy market, and sharing economy is one of the trend in Japan, I guess. We have some problems that need to be solved by the sharing economy. Yeah.
When you think about like organizing events,
yes.
What kind of advice would you give to people who have never who are joining Slush for the first time or doing some other kind of event?
As attendees?
Organizing.
Organizing. Okay.
Yeah.
So important point is to understand and believe that we could make great things happen. I mean, so by joining Slush, I guess people will face some difficulties and some problems, some something that need to be solved. But my advice to them is that I guess we could find a way somehow. I mean, there's a way to solve that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please believe it, and I mean, there's no way to stop thinking the way to solve the problem. So yeah, there's a way. I mean, yeah, that is the point.
Yeah, and I guess what you mentioned earlier about this having a clear vision, that also helps in kind of bringing people together. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, always start from why.
Yeah.
Why we are doing this, why we are building this community. Otherwise, event is getting kind of similar to another event. I mean, we are not focusing on organizing event. I mean, we are building startup community. We are involving young people, and we are trying to show the attitude that becoming entrepreneur is cool. So please don't forget that. Then always start from why. Always start from why. That is very important, I guess.
Yeah. What if someone let's say 60 plus, like an old person wants to join Slush?
Yeah.
The community as a volunteer. Yeah. Would you be okay?
Of course, sure. Of course. I mean, yeah, it not depends on the age.
Yeah, yeah.
We are thinking that important point is why they want to join. Why they want to join. That is the most important point. So not depends on age.
Yeah.
Yeah. How they think and what they think is important.
How does it feel, or what does it mean to you to be part of the Slush community?
I mean, I get the actually energy from current team members. For example, 2 years ago, there's there's a one member called Mami. Mami was doing operating volunteers and organizing volunteers event. Then, so the beginning of this project, Mami tend to cry almost every day, and Mami was kind of shy, and Mami was like bit shy to talk to volunteers. But after organized the event, she became a great leader. Yeah, she's a great manager, and she got the confidence to make things happen. So now after graduated this community, now she joined 500 startups. Then she became investor. So when I see her, I could get energy and confidence through Mami. I mean, Mami. So people can change. In the beginning of this project, Mami was doing this and this and this, but now she became a great leader. She became a great manager. So when I see Mami, I'm feeling like people can change. So why not me? I mean, including me, including student volunteers, whoever. I mean, people can change.
Okay. I mean, we have been covering quite many topics, but is there something that you feel that we haven't discussed, but should be discussed?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's enough. I mean, but what I want to say is that impossible is nothing. If you believe anything, if you believe something, if you set your mind to it, you could find a way. Then just make it happen. So believe in yourself, then set a goal and just set your mind to it. So that is, that is something what I want to say through this interview.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks.